I'm explain this. Uh, now, this is the most important window you must understand. Of course, this window I'm going to explain later on again, but this is very important. You know, when you go to the stock exchange and decide to take a position in the market, then you have to, look at the premium. Okay, the premium you chose was 23 paisa. Okay, so you from where you got the premium? You got the premium from the stock exchange. Okay, fine. So you got the premium from the stock exchange, which was available here. Okay. Just before we do that, just let's cover this. Okay. Option price itna. Akriti, can you read number of contracts?
Yes, sir. Number of contracts 1 lakh divided by $1,000
Hold
equals
on,
to
hold
100.
on. Now,
By
the lot size of in dollar is 1,000. Okay. So you have to make 1 lakh payment. So that means you have to buy 100 contracts. Okay. So to cover yourself, fully hedge yourself, you have to buy 100 contracts. Is it okay? Now you have to buy a call option. Now you have two choices. Either you can buy a call option or a put option. When you are an importer, you have to buy a call option. If you are an exporter, you have to buy a put option. Normally. Okay. But in some cases, it can be just be the opposite, but 99% it will be call option. So you have to buy a call option. How many? 100 contracts. And you have chosen a strike price of 83.25. Okay. Now, before you, you have to now go to the stock exchange and you have to choose the price, the strike price, and you found that the premium was 23 paisa. So you agreed with this premium. Okay. So you put a order at 23 paisa. Okay. Now, the moment your order were executed, you have to pay 23,000 premium. Okay. To the stock exchange, to the to the option seller, who is also called option writer. Okay. So you're a call option buyer. The other person will be call writer. Is this clear? Okay.
yes,
The
sir.
if you are an importer, you have to buy a call option. Now, why? Because the call option means that you are bullish on dollar. Okay. If the dollar goes up, you are going to make money. But if you are an importer, if the dollar goes up, you have to make more payment to your banker. You know, whenever on 29th of January, when the 1 lakh rupees will become 1 lakh dollar will become due. So if the dollar goes up, you have to make a higher payment to the banker. But all that extra payment which you are going to pay the banker will get offset against the profits you are going to make from the stock exchange. Okay. Now in the stock exchange, what happens is you won't get the dollars. It will be all cash settled. Either you make profit or you make losses from the stock exchange. So here, if the dollar goes up, you will start making money from the stock exchange. But at the same time, you will be losing money on your actual transaction. That means you have to make a higher payment to the banker on 29th January to see that you buy those 1 lakh dollar, okay, for making payment to the supplier. Okay. So which will be at a higher price. So in you're just taking an opposite position in the stock exchange, isn't it? You're just taking the opposite position. You make money while you buy a call option if the rate of the dollar goes up, but you are losing in your actual underlying position. So both will have, will get, ultimately you will, both will offset each other. Okay, fine. So the profits which you make in the stock exchange will get offset against the losses which you are going to make on your actual transaction. So this will completely put you under hedge. Okay. And you are paying a premium of 23 paisa. Okay. Is this clear up to now? Okay. Now, so this was the strike price we chose. Okay. We are coming out of the strike price and now we come to this screen. Okay. Now, since you have chosen 23 paisa as the price, okay, on which you have executed. So I'm just telling you how you arrived at 23 paisa. Okay. Now, when you open the position and you have to book a contract, before you agree for any price, whether it is 23 paisa or whatever, before you execute the order, you must check this screen. Now, this screen tells you, how many people are buying dollars or how many people are selling dollars at that particular point of time. Now, so it will say the best 5 bid and offer screen. So you will get the top 5 people, all the details, how much price at which they are buying dollar, and the 5 top people who are selling their dollars at what price. Now this contract is called option USD INR 29th of January 2024. Okay, so the contract which you are going to buy will be named as options contract in USD dollar versus INR pair, and which is going to expire on 29th of January. So the contract which will be you will going to enter will be called this, and then the strike price. So since you have chosen a strike price, so this will be attached to your contract. And then CE, C stands for call option and E stands for European option. So in India, we have European options and not American options. So we call it CE. And I'll tell you what is the difference between American option and a European option just a little while, after some time. So now, how many people are buying dollars? How many bids of dollars have been placed? How many people have, in the, this is called the pipeline. Okay. This is the, the orders which are not unexecuted orders in the stock exchange at on 22nd of December at 16.59 p.m. So when I was making my slide and I entered the screen, so this was on that this time, rather it was, sorry, 26th of December 10:50. Okay, so it was 10 o'clock and very close to 11, 10:50. This was the position. Okay, this is called open interest, which means that these are the orders which are in the pipeline, which have not yet been executed, which people have, just entered the contracts which are yet to be executed. Is that okay? These are all the contracts which are put into the system. Okay, the stock exchange has yet not cleared those transactions because they can't be cleared because there's some prices has been fixed so that it will wait till the buyer and seller prices match themselves. Okay, so there is 13,400 bids and 6,321 offers. That means 13,400 buy orders and 6,321 sell orders. So this tells you clearly there is a momentum towards buying dollar at this point of time. Okay, which means the dollar premium is going to go up. Okay, this signifies if the number of buyers are more than the sellers, which means that the dollar premium will go up. Okay, so now you place the order. Suppose this is you. Of course, we have put for $100. So this is part of you. So because there are 7 orders club. So this is your order. Your order is here. So you have placed the order at 2250. Of course, I have made it 23. But assume that you have placed the order of 0.2250. Okay. So your order is at the top. The next order is there are another 8 number of orders totaling to so many buy orders. The order has been paid at placed at 22.25. So this guy is getting the priority because he wants to buy at a higher price. Similarly, the next person who wants to place the order, he has put a limit order at 0.225. Then this person has placed the order at 0.220, and these people have bought the order at 0.2175. So if you look, so this is the cheapest, the top 5, and then of course there are, and these are totaling to 3,808. So another 10,000 orders are far below than this. So they have all placed a limit order. So you can put a limit price. Okay, at this price you want the premium. Okay, the dollar. Fine, this is the premium at which you are going to buy the dollar. So you can put a limit price. Now you can always choose to put a limit price or a market price. If you put a market price, the order will get immediately executed for whatever price which is prevailing in the stock exchange. It will not wait for anything. But if you put a limit price, it will go into the system till the price of the premium matches your bid. Okay, now this is the selling price. So these are the sellers at the same time. So these are the buyers and these are the sellers. So somebody has put 0.2275. Now why these two orders are not getting matches? Because somebody wants to sell at 0.2275 and you want to buy at 0.225. So these two orders cannot be matched. So this is the best selling order. Then somebody wants to sell at 0.230. Then somebody wants to sell at 0.23. So his order will be coming at the bottom. And then there are about another, these are all covering 4,000 orders. Then there are another 2,000 orders which are even higher than this price. So they are not shown on the screen. So now, if I ask you one question, suppose you have put a order here. So what price you should, suppose you want that your order should be executed. Okay. So what price you should offer to the seller? Somebody wants to sell at 0.2275. So you have to modify your order to 0.2275 so that your one of 100 lot orders can be executed and can be matched against this. Or the seller has to, make the price to 0.2250. So he should be willing to sell the dollar at 0.2. So he has to modify the order to 0.2250 so that the order gets matched. If suppose these people have to, see that the order get matched according to the pipeline. But if you just come on the screen as a fresh guy and you place a market order, immediately your order will be getting executed at this price, because this is somebody is willing to sell the dollar at 0.2275 and you have placed a market order. So he'll not even check this. He will check that your order is market. So he's going to match against this order. Is this clear, everyone? So
Yes, sir.
basically, this is a screen which is going to decide about your fate, at what price you're going to buy your dollar or what price you're going to sell the dollar. Okay. So before executing the order, you must see the screen. Okay. To get the most efficient price, per dollar. So here you find that your order has been at 0.2250, but it is not getting executed because somebody wants to sell at 0.2275. So either amend your order to make it 0.2275 or place a market order so that it gets matched with this. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, one question. Sir, there is a best bid lots are 873 and there are 237. So what this number has, what
No, I'm
significance
not
this
getting.
has?
I'm not getting you.
It
Please,
has
please
to be
louder a
matched.
little bit. Abdul.
Yes, sir. So there are best bid lots
Uh,
873 and in the another side it is 237. So how what
Now,
significance these
what's the
numbers have?
significance this
Like
number? Okay, okay, Abdul.
873 has to
Now
be
there
matched.
are 237. Suppose you have placed the order for 873. Suppose there was only one order. So this, and you suppose you make it to 2275. So only 237 it will buy. Rest it will buy at 2300. So you have to jack up to 2300 to complete all these 387, 873 orders to get executed. Okay, fine. So this 873, only two, if you make it to 2275, only 237 lots will be sold. Okay, the rest will still remain in under the pipeline. Abdul, I'm clear. Have you
Yes,
got
sir.
it?
Got
So
got
it
it,
is
sir.
telling you that there are
Yes.
873 bids. That means, assume that this is the number of buyers, okay? And there are 237 sellers. So if you match the price to 2275, only 237, orders will get executed. Rest of the orders will still remain in pipeline. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. That is clear. And sir, what about the number of orders?
Number of orders, like, there are 7 orders,
Sir,
okay? So 873. Now you have put the order for 100 lots. Somebody has put for 200 lots. Another person has put for 73 lots. So there are 7 such orders totaling to 873 total buy orders. हाँ, आपने तो 100
okay,
का
sir.
लॉट लगाया ना, तो आपका एक ऑर्डर जो है वो 100 का है. ओके, इसका मतलब बाकी 6 जो हैं वो 773 लॉट्स के बिट्स के हैं. ओके, 773 लॉट्स के
Okay,
बाकी
sir.
रेस्ट ऑफ द ऑर्डर्स हैं. आपने तो 100 लॉट्स का एक ही लगाया था. ओके, तो देयर आर 7 सच ऑर्डर्स व्हिच आर पेंडिंग ऑफ 7 डिफरेंट पीपल. ओके, इज दिस क्लियर?
Okay, sir.
Ritesh,
Yes, clear, sir.
Maher, is it clear? Ritik, Akriti. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now let's come out of this thing. Now we move to the simpler plane. So what happens that 29th of January comes, okay, which is the date on which you are going to make a payment. So first we are doing the case one. Now in the case one, assume that USD INR rate is 84.50. This is the spot rate on 29th of January, actual rate. And for that we take the RBI reference rate. Now the stock exchange says because there are various sites which are declaring rates. So we will take the RBI, Reserve Bank of India rate as the spot rate on that day. Okay. So it is 84. Now you chose 83. You choose 83 point. How much was your order? 83.25. Okay. So that means the dollar has gone up, isn't it? So are you making profit or are you making a loss? You are making a profit because the dollar has gone up and you have bought the dollar at 83.25. Now let's go back to here's the screen. Now here you have placed an order at 83.25. Okay. And if the dollar goes beyond 83.25, you will make a profit. Okay. Now, as I told you that you have bought a call option. Okay. Now, a call option in India, we are having European call options. So you can exercise your option only on the expiry day. You can't execute or exercise your call option before the expiry day. Okay. So here on 20, you have to wait till 29 January to exercise your call option. If you want to exercise your call option. Okay. But of course you can even still book your loss or profit well before 29th January, but I'm not covering that at the moment. I'll cover it later. Okay. So what happens that on 29th of January, the rate is 84.50 and you have bought the dollar at 83.25. Okay. So you are going to exercise your option. That means you are sitting on a profit. So you will say to the call writer that please sell me the dollar at 83 rupees 25, which is currently priced at 84.50. So that means the writer is sitting on loss and you are sitting on a profit. So that means you are sitting on a profit of 1,25,000. Of course, you paid 23,000 to the writer. That means your net profit is 1,02,000. I'll explain again. Since you entered into a contract with someone to buy the dollar at 83.25 and that someone is called the call writer, and on 29th of January, the price was 84.50. Now you are in a profitable position because you're not going to get dollars from the stock exchange. You are going to get either a cash profit or a cash loss. So you are sitting on a cash profit. The difference between the strike price and the current spot price announced by RBI. And the difference is 1 rupee 25 paisa per 1 lakh contract. Okay. So you bought 100 contracts or 1000 lots each. So you are sitting on a profit of 1,25,000. But when you started the contract, you paid 23,000 to the call writer. So your net profit is how much? 1,02,000. Is this okay? Akriti?
Yes, sir.
Now what
Yes, sir.
happens? Now it is 29th of January. Your banker calls you up and says that rate is 84.50. So please pay 84 lakh 50,000 so that I can send the money to your supplier because your supplier needs money for $1 lakh. The payment is due, so you have to make a payment. So you make a payment of 84 lakh 50,000. But what will be your net outflow? You paid 84 lakh 50,000 to your banker, but you got 1 lakh 2,000 from the stock exchange, which means your net outflow was 83 lakh 48,000. Okay. Which is, so that means what is your hedge price? It is 83.48, which is the strike price plus the premium. That is the cost of hedging. So if you add them up, so your hedging will be at 83.48. So that means you have hedged yourself. Your actual outflow is happening at 83.48. Okay. So just look at the window. Is it okay? Clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
now the case two. Okay. So it will get more clear. Okay. Case two. Now the rate has been now under the second case. I have assumed that the dollar rate is 81.75, but you have bought the dollar at 80, uh, 25. So now the rate
3.25.
is less. Okay. So though you are happy because as an importer, you have to pay at a lower rate. So you are not going to exercise your right. You're very happy that, now I can pay the money at 81.75, but you will be incurring a loss of 23,000, the premium which you paid the writer. So the writer is going to pocket the money and you're going to simply walk out of the contract and you will be making a payment of 81,75,000 to the banker for meeting out your 1 lakh commitment towards your import. So here, what is happening? Even if the rate has come down, the money you're going to lose is only 23,000. Okay, that is the premium. So which means that your total outflow will be 81,98,000. Okay, so in case if the dollar price comes down, you pay less. Okay, fine. But if the dollar goes up, you get profit from the stock exchange. So that will reduce your total outflow towards the imports. So he gets a gain on rupee appreciation. Is that okay? Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
now in case of options, what happens is that in case if the dollar goes down, you're going to not exercise your right. You lose only the premium, and your premium is going to be added to your cost. Okay, so you pay a lower money to your banker because the rate is less. You just honor your 1 lakh dollar commitment at a lower rate, but with a cost of 23,000. But when the dollar went up, you were making a profit on the stock exchange, which was reducing your outflow in case of import. So it was hedging yourself as well as it was giving you the best of the second this thing, that if the dollar goes down, you're going to simply walk out and lose the premium. Okay. Now, you paid how much premium you paid, Akriti? Now,
Point
if
two
the
three,
dollar
sir.
has gone up to 90,000, 90 rupees, you have been sitting on a huge profit, isn't
Yeah.
it? Now, because
Yes,
of
sir.
paying 23,000, you have an unlimited potential of making a gain, but a very limited potential of losing money, that is 23,000. So you have an unlimited potential of
Hmm.
making money, but you lose only at the maximum the premium. The maximum money you can lose only the premium, isn't it? If the dollar
Yes,
goes to
sir.
say $100, so you're very happy, you will be, getting all the money from the stock exchange. The writer is going to give you a good amount of money. So there is no limit to the
Yes,
amount
sir.
of profit you can make. Okay. But anyway, the dollar will never touch to 100 or 90 in such a short span of time. But you still worried that 23,000 is a hell of a money I'm paying. Okay. Why should I pay 23? Can I reduce my money, this amount? The second is, can I reduce this 23,000 rupees? Can I adopt a strategy by which I can, lose just, 15,000 or 14,000 or 15,000 or 18,000, whatever. Can I reduce this loss? So that is my second. Okay. So for that, I'm going to play a bull call spread strategy. So please understand it carefully. A bull call spread strategy. Okay. Read this.
The bull call spread strategy involves